No, when you're ready. I can't
Okay, I'm
wait.
ready.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So this mine, this yours.
This mine, that's ours together.
This.
So you can look at that and it be
That's the
like you're
one I
looking at
wanted to
you.
be sure. Okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna be like looking at myself. Okay. One, two, three. Great day, great day. I am Tyra. I am your lovely host for this
Yes.
beautiful, magnificent interview
Thank
with
you.
the Don.
Thank y'all.
Brr,
Thank
brr,
y'all. Thank you.
brr.
Thank you. I really wanted you to do this. Like it really like I told you before, I feel like you're not just in my life to be my friend. Like I feel like we're supposed to do work together. And I was like, when I was thinking about doing an interview, like I told you, um, Lady Gaga's album just came out, which was so random. And
Okay.
then she had done an Apple Music interview with a whole bunch of people in the audience. And I was just like, I think that should be a part of the rollout. I don't think it should just be like a bunch of reels of me
Oh yeah.
doing stuff with the project. Like I think it should be also me talking about it, talking about my life, a part of it. So I was like, who should I do that with? Who would I be comfortable with? And I was like, Tyra. I think Tyra would be like, you have perfect energy. We're always in sync about stuff. So I was just like,
Yeah.
Tyra.
And I was like, what? Why are
You were so
choosing
shocked. I
me?
was like, no, I think like I'm confident in picking you.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
you know what? Honestly, this was like I was saying on the way here, like I'm so grateful that you can see my creativity and you
Mm-hmm.
want to use me in that way. I always
Mm-hmm.
say, like one of my bestest friends, she says, people don't use their friends the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm so happy he's using me like this.
No.
So thank
No, because
you.
I've seen you excel. Like,
Hmm.
if y'all don't know, Tyra is like very creative. You've been very successful in Dallas being
Yes.
creative, and you're like a multifaceted creative.
Hmm.
And I just, like you said, I just knew you would. This would be what you do
Thank
for sure.
you. Well, I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
So, since we got the pleasantries out of the way, let's get into this fire ass EP, not an LP, because I looked it up. EP. But before we jump into it, I do have questions
Yes.
because I wanted us to like. Okay, so first I want to say this. I listened to it. I listened to it a few times.
Yes.
I I fucking love it. Now
Please.
it was the vibe behind it, the music. I was like, wait a minute,
Please.
is this? I'm in the car because I have to do like when I listen to something in the house.
You
I'm
gotta.
cool with that, but I have to drive with
Right.
it.
You gotta listen to the
Yeah,
car.
if it don't work on the road, then I'm like,
Yeah.
I love Don. But I got in the car and I was like, okay, it was just so good.
Thank
Like,
you.
we'll get into it, but I want to say this. I feel like it was just vulnerability,
Yeah.
100%. And it
Yeah.
can connect with everybody. Anybody who has experienced love,
Mm-hmm.
redemption, and heartbreak, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like can connect to it. So
Yeah.
that was my TED Talk.
Thank you. Thank you. No,
Yeah.
like creating it, and I also listened to a lot in the car too. Like you were obviously one of the first people I sent to when I wanted to do
Mm-hmm.
this. But like I listened to it when it was finished, like in the car. I have a government job, so we use MP3 players. So I put on my
Oh,
MP3
okay.
players. I listened to it at work. Like I literally did what you said. Like I try to listen to it everywhere because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to create something that like it could be on the radio. It could be if you're driving, it just comes on. Like you don't want to skip it.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to create something like that.
I've already said I'm gonna share this with everybody. As soon as
Thank
you say like
you.
link is here, I'm sharing with. It could be played like at the party. Like you can have it playing. Everybody's like, hell yeah.
Thank
That's a
you.
conversation piece, but let's get into it. I was so excited about it because it's just so good, and
Thank
not saying it
you.
because you're my friend. Like
Hmm.
it is good.
No, like no, I really because people gave me feedback, like
Hmm.
real feedback, and like I chose when I send it out to people to like listen and get that before I put it out in the world. Like I specifically chose Black women
Mm.
because Black women have, when it comes to my relationships, like I have guy friends, but I think there's such an understanding between me and Black women of just being queer, and obviously like I've talked to lesbians about my relationships as well, but there's just an understanding when it comes to talking about dealing with men, dealing with heartbreak, dealing with those types of things. And I really trust Black women with my heart. I trust Black women with my safety and my protection, the same way I know they trust me when we're out in the world together. So I really wanted to specifically choose Black women to just listen to it first. And they loved it. They received it a lot. And that has like really done wonders to me.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. What was the first thing you felt after the EP dropped? Not what you thought. Not
Hmm.
like, oh, I think this is what I needed to be. But what was the first thing that you felt?
I have been thinking about this a lot. I feel like because the project is about, it's not about just one particular guy. Because this idea has been 2 years. Like the idea itself has been 2 years. I knew I wanted to write. I wanted to do what a lot of artists do when it comes to music, and I wanted to recreate the project or recreate a song, like you know how they do covers and stuff. So I wanted to do that. And I chose Summer Walker because I've listened to Summer Walker since her first album came out. And ever since, I've been just addicted to her. She's the queen of R&B right now to me, and I know a lot of people love her. So I wanted to work in that realm as well. And a lot of her music resonates just with dealing with guys, dealing with heartbreak, and thinking about that. I was like, okay, I chose that. And I've talked to a lot of guys in Dallas. I live in Dallas, y'all, if y'all don't know. And it just, I didn't know when it was actually going to come out. And I stopped talking to a guy last year. We were talking for quite some time, and it just felt like the time to do it after that. And I think what comes to mind, like, not like what I want people to think or like all those types of things, but what I've been experiencing is like a lot of heartache, like just reminders of things. Like when I've listened to it and I catch some of the things I write, it's kind of like, wow, this thing did occur. Like my heart hurts. It's just reminders of like being in a room with somebody, doing these things with somebody, not even just like sexual acts or like those types of things. Like I think people underestimate the damage that heartache does to somebody.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right. And I talk about it on the project real quickly, like, but I think people underestimate what the psychological effects of that do and the PTSD of it all. And it doesn't matter how significant or hard. Like this guy did not cheat on me. He didn't do nothing hard. It's just like there was a huge communication thing. But those reminders have really like lasted with me a lot longer than it has like a lot of the other guys I've dealt with. So I think that was like the one thing that when I left the studio, when I've listened to it by myself, when people have listened to it and just said they liked it, like that heartache has been a reoccurring thing. And that's just a part of grief, you know? Like,
oh yeah, grief is so layered. So you can experience it over and over again, the same kind, but you're at a different place.
Right.
But it's kind of like if that relationship didn't take the turn it did, then you wouldn't have this bomb ass.
No, literally, like EP. It would have never. It would have probably would have just been a thought. It probably would not have been this idea formatted the same way. Like it all happened for a reason.
Love it. Okay, good. Okay, so the title, Guess Who Called? It reminded me, first off, of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. I don't know if y'all have seen the original with Sidney Poitier. Not the one with Ashton Kutcher. That was good too, but that's what I thought about when I heard it. And I was like, okay, I like this. So question was that, like, what inspired it? I love the interlude, you know, the friend calling and supporting. And I'm like, I wonder if Guess Who's Call is like the guy calling. But what inspired the title?
So you got it right. Like it is the guy. Like you know when you're talking to your friends and they talking to somebody they shouldn't have be or somebody new, you'd be like, girl, guess who called me? And, right. Ooh, I hit it. But like that's how it is, and like that's how I wanted it to feel. And that's why I picked phone calls because it really introduces that thing. Like the interludes aren't based on that type of guess who calls type of vibe, besides like the first one, because I tell her, this guy's calling me, giving me a number, I gotta go, girl. And the second one's just obviously different. But I did want it to have like a phone vibe to it.
Yeah.
Because I just knew that that's just how I personally interact. I know a lot of people interact with their girlfriends or their guy friends when talking about somebody they shouldn't be obviously talking to.
Right. I love that though. The interludes and that phone thing was very nostalgic. Because I remember all the old albums I like growing up because I'm, you know, I'm up there. But I remember that I love the interludes. Those are the ones you knew word for word.
Right.
You're ready for it. You're like, oh, it's so good. And it leads into the next story or just the next moment of expression that you're like, oh, okay, that was a good setup to bring that in. So thank you.
No, thank you.
Well, you had already answered this one, but this was the question. I'll still give it to you and we can probably like dig a little bit deeper into it. But if someone listened to this EP with zero context, they don't know anything about you. They just hit play. What would you hope they feel by the end of it?
That's a really good question. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think about that when I made it.
I have
Um,
my thoughts, but I'll let you answer.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I would hope, um, the goal for me was for somebody to find something in it.
Mm.
I don't think everybody is going to find or resonate with every piece of it. It's
Yeah.
impossible. Um, but I think if somebody that doesn't know me but hears this, like, wow, this person talked about me in this moment. Because I didn't create it for people. I created just for myself. I think a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times I've created a lot of art for the world. And I rarely create work just for myself, just for my like this is my day to day. I don't really care if people like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because for people that don't know, I'm from the slam poetry world. So it's like we create art for ourselves, but we also it's mainly for the world.
Yeah.
And then you hope that the world translates to the scores and et cetera, et cetera. So this is like I feel like for my very first time where I've created something that's just for me. I'm sharing with the world. Obviously, they'll have their
Mm.
opinions. Um, and I just want there to be hopefully somebody out there that's like, wow, he talked about this, that I experienced that, et cetera, et cetera.
That's so beautiful. Because as a creative,
Mm-hmm.
we usually fall victim of creating for profit or
Right.
performance, and we forget to create for passion.
Right.
So this was a passion
Yes.
project. I love this. Oh, Don just touched my heart. That's
Thank
so
you,
sweet.
please.
Okay, so I'm gonna say what I felt after listening to it. I listened to it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
One, I could relate to so much that you were saying.
Thank
I
you.
wrote down my favorite lines because I
Mm-hmm.
do that. If I'm listening to a song or something, I like it. I'll be like, "That's a word. That's a bar. That's
Mm-hmm.
this." So, um, I felt seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can hear. Like I've heard women sing about this all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but I know you, and to
Mm-hmm.
hear you on here like being so vulnerable, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I feel like I know Don a little bit
Oh
more.
God.
We connect a little bit more." Because it's usually when you're in spaces you don't really get into that type of conversation. You handle it on your own
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, but to have access to it, it was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, we going through the same shit, or we've been
Right.
through the same shit. So
Because I'm very private, like, and
as am I. Yeah, I
I
get
tell
it.
the guys like I'm not the post my personal Instagram
Mm-hmm.
all the time type of person. Like I'm the type like you find out, oh y'all been married for 5 years. Well, yeah, girl, we've been married 5 years, dating for 5, and yeah,
And that's
like
it. It's life.
right, like that's the type of person I am. Um, but also I understand that like other people go through this, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a mutual agreement when you're putting out something like this. Like
Yeah.
you understand what I'm going through. There's somebody out there understand. Like I understand you've been going through it too.
Mm-hmm.
So we can meet somewhere in the middle, and hopefully like we'll find some common understanding.
But I can definitely see people listening to it
Mm-hmm.
and really being like, hell yeah. Like
Yeah.
I've been there, or I'm in it currently, or I'm getting out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said redemption at the beginning of this, because it's like, yes, it has happened. I have experienced it. I may still be processing it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna get through this. Like I'm
Right.
gonna grow from this. It's not gonna like be my end all.
Right.
So I love that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
We're gonna get into the writing process
Ooh,
now.
Chile.
And then ooh, Chile. We'll get to the writing process. Okay. Which track came to you the fastest, and which one wrestled with you a bit before it came out just right?
Okay, so this is gonna be like this is a very layered
Okay.
question. So the first one, the first track was the first thing I wrote.
Okay.
Because it's an after poem of Ayanna Florence, and hers is the after poem of somebody else. Um, but she's also on the project. She's the voicemail.
Okay.
So I already knew from there, like I wanted Ayanna. She knows about the relationship too, because
She's fire, first off. That
period.
voicemail, I was like,
Thank you.
who
Thank
is
you.
this?
Thank you.
Get it. That was it right there.
She's the 2023 Woman of the World
Oh,
champion.
she
So
killed
right,
that.
obviously,
Mhm.
yep. So I knew I wanted her on the project, and I knew that there was already a poem attached to her because I rewrote it. So that's why I was like, okay, cool. So it came to me the easiest because it's just like Heartbreak. I feel like it's the easiest thing to write about. Um, but I just think I just wanted to be really, really honest about it, about the experience. So it came out the easiest. I would say the hardest one was probably the last one.
Okay.
But I think it's not just mine. I think
It
what
is.
What is it?
Just
What is it
yeah.
now?
Oh, wellness check.
After wellness
Oh,
check.
what now?
What now? What now? Um,
Oh, that one. Ooh, early something.
child. It was like I don't think we're as introspective with love as we think we are.
Yeah.
And I finished it, but then something that came to my mind that made it difficult was like, do you genuinely feel in your heart like you did nothing wrong?
Ooh, baby, that's that accountability.
And I was like, and there's moments where in it, like, I'm like, are you okay? Are you doing all right? Like, all these things. It's like, when I love somebody, there's rarely a moment after where I don't still love them. Like, there's still people that I've talked to in the past and I loved and we did what we did and we dated that I probably still love to this day. Like, if I
Yeah.
saw them, it would be what it is, what it is. So I want that accountability was very important to me. And just being vulnerable about it. Like, there are still times where I like think about him. Like, this poem specifically is about him. Like, the experience.
Yeah.
Like, he did call me and I was out. I wasn't at work, but he did call me when I was out. I was surrounded by people and he was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And mind you, we had already, it was a mess because we already stopped talking, reconnected, a whole thing in the span of 6 months. Right. And that moment, it was just like, wow, like you really, I don't want to say ain't shit. It's just like maybe you didn't know me how I thought you knew me. And maybe I didn't know you like I thought I knew you. And I thought I did. I really genuinely thought I did because I say it and then like to genuinely be yourself with somebody. And I don't mean like you safe or whatever. I mean like genuinely, like all facets
Like
of
you
your
can fart in front of them.
right. Like, and I'm a nerd. I'm so
yeah.
many things. So it's like for me to genuinely be all these things at once with somebody, that is love.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with this man, and it was just like we figured it out, we worked it out, and at that point, that call really did something to me.
I know it did. You out first off, you out with your friends, you having a
Right.
time. And you get that phone call and it's like, what the fuck? Couldn't you
Right.
wait until I'm back at home?
Right.
I feel like people do that as a cop out.
Right.
That's just my
I agree.
outlook on that.
I think I also understand you got to do. If I was him, you got to do what's best for you.
True.
So I'm not, and he's not a bad guy. I'm obviously not gonna let nobody know who the person is. So I'm just no, that's not me. But he's not a bad guy. He's a great guy. He's all these things. But I think in those moments, I just didn't receive the best side of him.
That's mature.
Right, and because
they
were
that,
right,
like, knowing how it made you feel, but to say like he just wasn't at his best when we were together at that time.
Because I've seen the moments, right, and I'll be foolish to sit here and be like, oh, and he was this, and like, and the people do that, and that's okay, right? That's how their experience, that's their grief, that's how they go about it. But I don't think my grief is that anymore. And I say that in the beginning of it. It's like I used to be like mad, slap, all yelling, all these things, but it's like I'm not those things anymore.
Yeah, they take up too much energy.
Right.
Anyway.
And I don't want to be those things. Like I don't want to be a bomb that every guy has to be worried about exploding.
Yeah.
Because like I understand like after this damage is done, I'm still going to experience this heartbreak. I'm still going to go through these things. But I also understand that like if love is something I want, I have to heal or reformat myself at some point to be able to be some form of okay for the next person.
Yeah.
Because it's not okay for me to be a mess and then somebody that comes along that is like great and all these things is not able to interact with me how I would like them to because I'm still stuck in this place of grief and anger. I don't want to be those things.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah. I also want to add, like, just be okay for self.
Right.
Like, the people come and go.
Right.
You know, it's us healing ourselves and becoming the person we know who we truly are, and then we'll attract the right people.
Exactly.
You'll attract the people that are at their best because they see, oh, well, he's at his best. So I need to be at mine, or you'll be able to weed him out sooner. You won't fall too deep into it. But thank you. Okay, let's see. Was there a moment in writing this that you had to stop and say, damn, that shit really happened? And I'm actively, like, writing it and putting it out is healing. So you're actively healing. Did that happen? I would think it did, but did it?
That last one, I'm telling you, like, I still listen to it. I'm like, damn, that really happened. Like, I don't think that, and that's never gonna go away.
Yeah.
It really is like, damn, because when you love somebody, regardless at what point, your heart expects forever. Your brain may not, because your brain works with logic, but your heart expects forever. And
because feelings aren't facts.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like, because when your homegirl be like, girl, I love this man. And you thinking with your brain, you're not thinking with your heart with your friend. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
You try to hype him up and just add a little clarity to the situation, but you don't want to bust their bubble because you also don't know, right? You also don't know what is going to happen in the future. But yeah, a lot of times I'm like, my heart expected these things and it didn't happen. And I think what really does it for me with it, where I'm like, damn, is like, I'll never forget. He was at my house and I love games. I'm like, I love games. I love to get to know people.
Yeah.
Like, I love that down. And I had a card game. It's called I don't know, the Skin Deep.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so I bought the cards. I always want to play with like somebody I like.
That's cute.
So we used to play over FaceTime. So this is the first shout. I'm
such a lover boy. I fucking love it. I love it. Okay.
So we used to play over FaceTime and like, so he was finally he came over my house, and we were playing. And I'll never forget, like, he got this one card and it was like, where do you see y'all, like, if y'all were together, like, where do y'all see yourselves in, like, 5 years? And he painted such an image. Like,
is he a Pisces?
No.
Oh, bitch.
He's a Virgo.
Oh.
And
he said he sold that dream, baby.
It was me selling the dream to myself. Because I would sell a dream like that. Like, he sold I had never heard somebody talk about me and them together in a way that he heard, like, my dreams and aspirations and incorporated all of them into this. I fell in love with him that day.
I know you did.
I will openly say this out loud. Like, I fell in my heart. He could have been like, babe, can you pay this car note? I would say, yes, babe. Girl, what? Like, he just got me. Like, and it's such a creative thing. He just understood me. But, like, my heart had never felt so seen before.
You say that, and that's one of my favorite bars. You said I've never been seen on purpose.
Yes.
My favorite. I replayed it. I said, wait a minute. Oh God! So I see how that could do that, like give you that feeling of like, oh, this is gonna be. And the thing is, I'm not saying with your situation, sometimes things do come back around. People are all over like, oh, I don't spend a block, I don't do this, I don't do that. Then you don't wear the same thing twice. Then but I do. I feel like sometimes people aren't for you at that moment,
right?
But that could still be your person,
right?
If it is meant, then it will happen.
Child.
I'm just saying. Not when I say it with him, but in general, that's how I look. I'll be a little woo woo. I'm a little
child. Yeah. I'd be like, maybe, but then I'd be like, let's just work on life.
Yeah, work on self.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be a wonderful thing. I don't know if I would do it though.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, because it's just the way it didn't end off like how like I would have respected him too. And I think respect is a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
And time is a huge thing for me. Don't play with my time. Mean what you say and say what you mean.
That's real.
And I don't think I would do it for that.
All right, that's real. It was just me trying to sprinkle.
I mean, child, always open to come back.
Just always, okay. This is the last one on the writing because I loved it so much. I was just like, I need to know because I know you're a poet. I get the poetry brain to a certain extent, but I'm like, it was just so juicy. I can't wait for y'all to. Anyway, are we gonna play some at the end? Like we gonna slide in?
I'll slip it in the video.
Ah,
Just slip a little
please.
bit at the
Okay.
end.
So this is one that I feel like you kind of hit on this, like heartbreak, right? So do you think heartbreak makes better music than love, or is it that we are so accustomed and conditioned to heartbreak and we're not as conditioned to having that pure, safe love? Or both?
That's a two. There's a music opinion, there's a poetry opinion.
Oh, I'll take both.
I think poets are used to heartbreak.
Okay.
Because heartbreak sells. Heartbreak wins slams. Heartbreak sells books.
Yep.
People, you do a heartbreak poem in the audience, the crowd is gonna scream. You say "fuck that," whatever. Is the audience is always gonna react.
Okay.
So I think in that realm, heartbreak just resonates with a lot more people. I think music, for me, because I'm a heavy R&B person, I was raised in a jazz household.
Okay.
I was raised in a jazz, Christian-based, New Jack R&B era of household. So that era has a mix of heartbreak and love, and loving through heartbreak. So I like both.
Yeah, same.
I love both. Like I can listen to Hours and Hours by Money Long 1 minute, and I can like put on Keisha Cole the next. Like it just is what it is. And I think the music wise, I think people want both.
Yeah.
I think people would just resonate a little bit more with the love sometimes because you see the love TikToks, you see the couples on all around. So when you hear love music, a part of you wants that, a part of you craves that. I mean, we are people. I think we like to downplay it. I'm a self-love, huge individual telling people to love yourself and all that, but I also understand that like I'm also an individual that wants to be with somebody.
Yeah.
And I don't think me wanting that reduces my self-love. And I think sometimes people do. People feel like if you crave a relationship or you work towards a relationship and you're out there doing these things, like you don't love yourself, or there's like a lack of like loving yourself enough. And I completely disagree. I think understanding yourself and knowing that you want that is an act of self-love, right? Because like, why would you hinder yourself from having something that you actually want? I think the lack of knowing and regulating is when you just are out there with people that you know you don't have nothing to do with.
Yeah,
you don't,
like the space fillers.
right? Like you just space fill instead of like waiting and being intentional with it. So yeah,
great answer.
thank you.
Yeah, I just knew you was gonna say heartbreak.
Heartbreak
is it because most I feel that most people are like how they say about Mary J. When Mary J makes
heartbreak down,
but if she makes something that's good, people are like and you're like, what? Why can't she be human and experience both and share the gift of both? So good. Okay, that was great.
Thank you.
So now let's get into the music. So I have to talk about my 2 favorite tracks.
Okay.
So first we're gonna talk about my number 1.
Okay.
Track 4, Just Mine.
God.
It was so good. Okay, what space were you in when that song found you? Like when you were like, I'm ready to get this song out.
So I knew I had to create. I knew it just couldn't be sad.
Yeah.
The whole time. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I knew. I just knew. So I had to pull from a lot of the joy I found in the men I've been with.
Oh, I love that.
Because that would be the only way it works.
Yeah.
So I pulled from a lot of joy I had with. This was the second thing I wrote. And I laid it down. It was the second thing I laid down in the studio. I went in September. Like it was a part of me doing stuff on my birthday and all that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So intentional. I love that. Okay.
And it felt great. Like when I think of the things I say in it, it's very woo-woo, some of it. But like that's how I see love sometimes. Like I think love is so head ass. Sometimes it is very like for me, I'm queer, so it's a mixture of a perfect balance of masculine and femininity with somebody, us having both, and it's just that's how the song feels for me, and especially the talk where I talk about with my parents. I just wanted a lot of realism with that. Like my parents were. My mother says they were never together. I swear to God, I saw a ring, Mom. If you see this, I swear to God, I saw a ring.
She said we went together.
No, she's like, we just laid her out. I was like, but y'all slept in the same bed. Black people.
Common law, baby.
Right.
Common law.
But my parents weren't together, and so that wasn't like a way I've learned love. And I think pieces of that have affected me how I interact with guys. And I think a lot of what I've learned from love has been in music. I think that's why music and me are like this, and movies and shows.
Yeah, same.
So I try to pull from a lot of those places, a lot of those pieces, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause.
We'll pause. Taking a break.
Didn't I say let me?
You said it.
I did, and I
We just didn't do it because
Right.
Siri.
It's a little technical difficulty. We're back now.
We're back.
Thank you. But yeah, I put it from my parents, and I that from that knowing how to do better, and yeah, that's why I pulled it from a lot of things. But I knew I needed something happy. I knew it.
The other one with the parents in the beginning, that really was like, because you said that they slept in the same bed but lived on two different islands, and I was like, oh, that's like, you see it in the house, but you can see in the house that there's still like a divide. And I think that as Black people, anyway, when we grow up in those type of households, we have our own way of creating what love feels like based on what we see, based on movies, based on this. It comes a point in your life where you get to this certain level. I don't say age because the age don't, it's not a factor. You just get to a level in your life and your mindset where you're like, you know what? How about I create what it feels like for me?
Right.
Not going off of this and this, but you have to unlearn those things.
Right.
So I love that you added the introduction to like your parents. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think like something I think about sometimes is I know a lot of people don't like to hear is like the likelihood of you actually being with somebody is not as high as people think. Like a lot of people die single.
Yeah.
And I know we live in a world where it's like everybody's for everybody, and there is, I do believe that, but like the likelihood of you finding that person by the end, it's not as like high as we think it is. And knowing that and seeing my parents and understanding that, like I completely agree. Like you really do have to create an understanding like what you want your love to look like, what do you want your partner to look like, and when you don't have that in your house and you learn like bad like traits and toxic traits and stuff, like you really do have to take the image that you built up, break it down, recreate it a couple of times because your taste changes over time as well. My taste is completely not the same. How I like in the beginning. Like in the beginning, I like tough guys.
Oh my God, I wanted a bad boy.
Right, very stereotypical of me. But like I'm completely different now.
Same.
Like my type is vastly different than what I like. And it's just like it feels right. Like when you have it, you're like, yeah.
Like that's what it is.
Yeah, like, and that's why, like, with the last guys, like, I felt so seen and I felt so like, this is exactly what I know I need because it's like, it wasn't like I was pulling teeth, like with the guys before. It wasn't like I was doing too much. It didn't feel like I was doing too much. It felt it felt like I felt like, what's that white girl named Goldilocks? I felt like Goldilocks. I felt like it was just right.
You had out of all the women to pick Goldilocks or her goddamn porridge. This one is just right.
That's how I felt.
I love that though. You know, I've just heard this thing recently that said your type is not your type is your trauma. And then when I heard it, I was like, oh my, it was like,
no, like,
because I my type it was my trauma 128 fucking million%. And I'm like, we're never, well, I can speak for me, like I didn't grow up seeing not to go after your type. Everybody went after their type and nobody was happy. People stayed in the same house because, you know.
Right.
But not necessarily happy. So I wanted to put that out there. Yeah, your type is usually your trauma.
My type was my dad.
Oh my God.
Like,
Daddy
full
issue.
down.
Not anymore. Therapy.
Yep. Yes. Thank God. But like No, my type was my dad. Like
Same.
I could fully say that down. I was like, and I think I've recently. This is not like past realization. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is like a couple of months. It's like, damn, I was like my daddy.
Yep.
And it's like when you realize it's like, oh my god,
Isn't it crazy?
and that could be like a good thing because some people like when like if your parents have a good relationship
Yeah.
and those types of things, or even if your father's just a good guy,
Yeah.
it's like finding your dad is like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you don't, and it's
Some of the traits,
right?
you know, they're still
Child,
they're still there.
We don't know what mama and daddy and what was going on, child. Sometimes, but
I'm happy y'all made me.
hey man,
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Thank you.
And don't get back together. My mother laughed about it all. She's like, dude, I would say hell no.
You would support it?
Hell no. No.
Why not?
Because
What
y'all
if
not
they
good
say-
together.
Okay, well, let it go there.
Child, no. I'm like, after everything that done going on, now I'm like, y'all too old.
What?
What?
You said
No.
you said people die by themselves.
Well,
What if they say, I don't want to die by
my mama
myself?
could come live with me. Shoot. You die with me in the house.
You heard it.
I tell my mother all the time, you come live with me. She think I'm going to just do her wrong. I mean, listen, sometimes when I wake up, I want everybody to shut the fuck up. Like, I have a rule. You cannot call me before 9.
That's real.
That's a real rule
That's
I
real.
have.
You got to protect your peace.
Because, yeah, if I didn't have to speak to, because I teach, if I didn't have to speak to kids at 8 a.m., I would not. I used to, before I started being a teacher, that was my rule.
Okay. I like that, though.
It
You're
felt
able
so
to
good.
control your day.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a group chat, a family group chat, and I'm like, can we get on after 8:30? Like, my niece be calling at 7:30. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right. Why are you up?
Why are you? I'm up.
you
I'm
at
just
work?
looking out the window, but I don't want to talk right now. I'm listening to the birds. I don't want to talk right now. Okay. This is another one for a track that I liked, which was the last one.
Yes.
So track 6, What Now? It feels like the aftermath to me, like the conversation nobody really wants to have or want to bring up, but it's like needed. Like, what was the intention after that? Because then it's like, what now? Like, what's next? What was the intention behind that one?
My favorite line, I have a lot of favorite lines, and I'm like, wow, I wrote that. Like, I get,
Let me go to
sometimes you
mine.
have to gag, like, at what you create and what you do. And then when people like it, then I think I just gag a little more. I'm trying to be my biggest hype man. For so long, I've been like a sabotage. I'll be like, you got to beat yourself down, all that. But like, I'm trying to be my biggest hype man
Hype
nowadays.
yourself
Right.
up.
And one of my favorite lines is like, I have all these, I have all these memories and nothing to do with them. Like, that is crazy to me. Like, that is, I don't care if nobody likes that line. That does something for me.
Yeah.
Like, how often do we make these memories with people
And have nothing to do with
and they just
You
stuck
can't-
in you? They
Yeah.
just stuck. Like, and that's where the heartbreak and the grief and all that stuff keeps coming out, because it's like your brain remembers these things.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Imprinted.
right. You could listen to a song. You could be in your car. You could smell some chicken that y'all had, and your brain just is like,
Go back.
pulls it up, and then you like, I haven't even talked to this person in like 6 years.
Wow.
And it's still here.
Why are you here?
Right.
Evicted. I need you to be evicted. I need you to
Right.
get the fuck out.
And they never do.
You never can leave.
But like so many, but you're right. Like the intention of it was like the ending, and I knew I didn't want to be this woo woo like Angie Stone, the rain is gone type of stuff like that. That's not my life, and I don't think that's a lot of people's lives. Like a lot of it is like you might be stuck in your house. Like when I was younger, like this was in my teens, like. If when my first boyfriend broke my heart, I could not go to school for a week.
Oh.
Like
You're first off, you're young.
Right, and like that's your
figure out
first.
how to deal with it.
Right, and I think nowadays like I'm kind of in a certain way, and it kind of sucks because it's like if I get in that mood, it's like, girl, you gotta go to work, so you gotta figure it out, honey. But like it does like do a lot of damage, and if there isn't preparation, I think I prepare myself for like the 6-month mark. And if people don't know what that is, like I always say, like for me, it's like it doesn't matter how good it's going. For something about 6 months in, it's just I don't know if it's the weird wiring of the brain. I don't know if they see something different. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I don't think they sometimes know.
I feel like their mask is just coming off.
Right.
You can't hold the mask for too long. 90 days,
Period.
you like, I'm there. 6?
6 months. And it always happens.
Yeah.
But you know what? It sucks, but like it does weed out the people. And sometimes
do people know they have that 6 month? Do you say
no?
Oh, okay. Because some people be like, I got a 6-month rule. I got a 6-month this.
Because I will vibe. Like I'll still do all the dudes. I'll vibe. I have sex. We still gonna go out. We'll still date. Like all those things. Like it's not like
you just see it happening.
Oh, in real all the time. Like I saw it with him. Like the last guy. Like I saw it in real time. It was so spooky.
Wow.
Because it's like I knew it was coming. And I think that's why it kind of somewhat hurt. It hurt a lot. But hurt like in a different degree. Because I could see it happening. And I'm asking you, are you good? Are we good? Because I know.
Nothing.
Right. Because I know it's coming. I know like he just had a lot going on. But I just knew. Yeah. I just knew it was coming. And when it came, I was like, yep, it's 12 o'clock. Right. We made it.
You know, I've had that before too. Not necessarily like the 6 months, but I can tell when things are off or it's on the way based on communication, which usually that's when you can see it. Things start to switch there. And it's like, wouldn't it be easy if people can just say before it gets there, hey, I'm getting there.
Right.
But that's too much like, right. That's people who still need to go to therapy and work through things. Learn those coping mechanisms.
Period.
It's okay, y'all. It's okay for us to go to therapy.
Right. But people are, I think, like, there is a scariness in having to be that naked with people.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
But I always try to be honest. I'm honest if I like you. I'm honest with my emotions. If I want to, like, talk to somebody, I always try to be honest. Because I'll be scared to get caught. Like, if I get caught in a lie, like, that looks bad. Like, you be like, I thought you told me you did this for a living and you do this.
You be like,
how did you find that out? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I thought I did good covering it up.
Right. And it's just like, I always try to be honest because I always think about that. Like, if this person finds this out, or they find out I'm doing something, or they find out, like, I'm falling out of this thing, I don't want there to be a disconnect. So.
Oh, I love that. I love the integrity.
Right.
That's what it is. I'll tell you my favorite line on 6. It hit me like a brick. I'm tired of being an offering.
Yeah.
I said, Don, I ain't trying to go back. I ain't trying to go back to that time, but it was very much like, sometimes you are that. Like, I have been there for people, and I feel like people have been there for me too. And that's when you have to take that self-accountability and work on self and all of those things that play a part. But hearing that line was like, damn. And I thought, like, how many times was I an offering? Oh, my God. So many.
No, like.
It's crazy.
I have done it. Like, I'm open to admit, like, I've been a ghoster.
I've never ghosted.
What?
But I've been ghosted so many times.
You've been ghosted? I've been ghosted, too.
I've been ghosted. Some people don't want to say.
Right.
And then they'll reach back out, and I'm the type that I bring it up.
Right.
I bring it up. I'm like, hey, what happened last time? Why you didn't tell me? And they're like, don't stop.
I got busy. Like, no, like, I've been a ghoster. I've been a hit it and quit it. Oh, my God, my mother hits this. Will be crazy.
We grown.
Right. Shoot.
It's what it is.
Right. I've been a hit it and quit. I've been all those things. So I know that type of realm, but I've never done it. Or I've never been the offerer. In like a relationship concept. I've never done that. If I'm done, I just, hey, I'm done or whatever. But I never actually go into that space if I don't see like anything with that person. But I've been an offering so many times. And it does get exhausting.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Because you're thinking like, obviously at this point, I'm like, I know it's not me. But like sometimes you think, like, what's wrong with me? What am I not doing right? I tried this. I did this different. I did this. I made him feel comfortable. I dumbed myself down to make him feel up. Like, I tried not to tell him this. I tried to tell him this. Like, there's no recipe to not being this thing. Like, if somebody just doesn't want to be with you,
they don't want to.
They just don't want to be with you.
You can't change it at all.
Right. And it's sometimes I know a lot of people hurt, like, when you see, like, when you're offered up and then, like, when they meet somebody after you and it's like they're locked in like this. I know that does, like, huge levels of damage for people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, what did they do differently than I did? And sometimes it sucks and there's no explanation for it. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah, and that bitch gonna crumble.
Right. And
it's done. You can either stay in it or you can figure it out. Like,
Right.
for me, when I was the offering, I think that it took me a long time to really take accountability. Just like how you said earlier, like, did I do everything right? It took me a long time to take accountability, which was, for me, it was not knowing how to value myself or knowing my value. To your own words, like dumbing yourself down. I would dumb myself
Me
down,
too.
you know, because people are like, I don't want you doing this or you get attention. I'm like, well, we're gonna get attention when we walk outside. You can't change the energy. You know what I mean? And it took me a long time to understand and to accept that some of this shit I willingly allowed because I didn't know my
Cool.
value.
I willingly
I
allowed
allowed it. Yeah. I was a willing participant because I was, you know, wrapped up in potential or love or time invested or, you know, they'll see.
Right.
And then
They'll see.
they'll see, right? And I had one person, we broke up. Girl, they was married like 8 months later. I said,
Yeah.
oh, you just wanted to be married.
Right.
It didn't matter, you know, and I was young when that happened. And that's when I started to be like, okay, it ain't always you. It's just you were at the right place at the right time for somebody else, and it worked for you for whatever reasons. But yeah.
They'll see is real for me. Like that is such a real thing I used to do. Like if I keep doing these things, or I keep giving gifts, or I keep doing all the things this person likes, eventually they will find the value in me. Like if eventually I'll be worth. Because you're like trying to force them to find the worth in you,
right?
And you can't. If they don't see you, they just don't see you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you
right.
You can pull the moon and give it. They'll be like, oh, thank you.
And then it'll be like, well, I didn't ask you to do that, and it hurts even more when people say that because it's like,
because that's so true,
right?
We did it on our own. What do you call, like a grand expression of love? Like I'm doing this to show you how much I love you, how much, you know, whatever. But it doesn't change. They're not trying to be with you. They don't want to be with you. They just want to have you for this moment, which is a part of life. And I think sometimes, of course, no one wants to go through those emotions and go through those heartbreaks. But I think it builds fucking character.
It does.
Until you get to a point where you're like, now I know. And this, because what they sell us on TV and even in some households where you don't hear people arguing, you don't hear anything, you think perfection is, which is false. You know, you don't learn until you're of a certain age and you got to work through it, you know? So I love this. This is awesome. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into, okay. Let me kind of light. Okay. If your ex heard the whole project right now.
Oh, God.
What track do you hope they put on repeat? And what track do you know they will? Which one do you feel like they'll put on repeat? Which one that you would want them to, but which one you know they're going to be like, yeah, this is the, if you feel like where they're at today?
Knowing him, he's such a barsy nigga. So... This is such a hilarious question because he would live for it. He would. It would be the last one. I just know I would want him to listen to it.
Okay.
And I know he would listen to it because I know he's a Virgo.
Okay, yeah.
So I already know. And I know he would appreciate, he likes the emotions, he likes the understanding, he likes all that stuff. So I think, and he likes the character development of like learning and being better. So I know for a fact, like, that would be it. Oh, and probably the sex one, too. Knowing his ass. But.
Listen. That one? I said, oh, darn. I'm about to take some notes, baby. I'm trying to take some.
It's based on a real story. Based on real stories.
If y'all don't know, when you listen to it, I was like, and let me tell you my line from the song. Hold on, because I wrote it down because I said, let me tell you the line. Hold on. It was a bunch of them. But, okay, it was two. It was two of them. It was one that I wrote. I erased it because I was, like, tired of it. It was one that you were, like, moaning your name but not remembering it's yours. I said, not done. Haven't we all been there? Oh. And then fuck me into forgiveness. Listen, that's the best. I'm about to be like Yvette and Jody. I'm about to go make some tacos.
Okay, because I have an attitude sometimes. I do.
Y'all?
And sometimes you just need to balance me right.
That's it. Just real quick.
Period.
Okay, how about this? This is really good. If you could play one of the tracks to your past self who was in love and low-key delusional.
Oh, God.
Which one? Your past self.
Shoot, I'm still delusional now.
Me too.
And
let's pick an age. You want to do teen or early 20s?
Oh, no, teen me would. You could play it. Shoot, you could play it. My teen me would say, that's not going to be me.
Delusional.
Oh, God. I'm such a delulu. Like,
me too.
I
think healthy delusion is great. And even a little,
But sometimes when I think back, it's like, girl, like the red flags, they were posted on before you went in there and you still opened the door. It's like, okay, I think I was interested in this guy. My friends will know who I'm talking about. Okay. I was interested in this guy during COVID. And I was so delulu about it. I was. And it just wasn't, in an alternate reality, it would have worked. But it just wasn't gonna work in this one. And I would can't play Just Mine because that would have just fueled the fire. I would have played the first track. Because it would have just turned my Delulu to 10,000.
Another level.
I would have played the first. You know what? I'll play an interlude.
Okay.
I'm gonna play interlude the fifth interlude.
Bonus check?
The bonus check.
Yeah, that was good. That's great. That's a great one.
Right. Because I think it's not poetry, it's not music, it's such an honesty in it. And I think I would resonate with like what has happened in the past. And I think I would have been able to see him a little bit clearer. I think I would have saw the red flags a lot clearer. And I think I would have been willing to like spend my time looking at other guys, doing other things, instead of trying to put all my eggs in this basket.
Yeah, actually dating.
Yes, like dating, going outside, doing these things. Like I love a creative. That's like, because it's just easier for us.
Yeah.
Like being creative is like being here. Like if we did this late at night, and I was dating someone, babe, I'm out with Tyra, we doing this do. I'll be home by extra time. Like, because it's the understanding. Because same thing for him. He might be like, babe, I'm doing this, whatever, be home by this. So I love a creative. They make me a lot of Dululu a lot of times.
We need that, though.
Right. Because I only see myself with a creative.
Yeah.
Like, I used to see myself with like, I used to say like a years ago, like, I would prefer to date somebody who wasn't in this lifestyle. But I've seen it not work with people. I'm like, I see big things for myself.
Right. Oh, huge.
Right. And I just don't.
Big deal.
I don't think it would take a man that's not a mighty man that's not a creative to truly have an understanding, be confident in himself, understand who I am fully, to be like, I'm okay with signing up for this.
Yeah.
But like, it's just easier with creative.
I agree. I mean, I could definitely not see myself with anybody that's not a creative, because I could just sit here and have a random download of thoughts. Even my intrusive thoughts, I sometimes say them out loud, and I'm like, I can get something from that. I don't need somebody looking at me like,
no, like,
are you okay?
I be having meetings, interviews, all that in my house. But it helps the brain. Like, it helps our brain put it out. And then, like, even after this project was done, and I already knew, like, some things I would change, some things I wouldn't. It's just, I'm a freaking Virgo. Like, I'm a perfectionist. I can't help it. But, like, going through that and talking it out, I got the idea for the next one I want to do. So it was like, I was like, yes. So I agree. I can't imagine doing that, having that process. And this guy just looking across the room like, this nigga is crazy. And, like, coming with the aha moment, I turn around. He's like, so you just gonna have a whole meeting?
Yes.
Right? Like, yes.
I just did, and it worked out great.
Period.
We're all fine.
We're all
ready. We're all game. We done ate a snack.
Period. And we're booted up and ready to go.
Booted and suited. Isn't it what it is? Suited and booted?
We put suited and booted.
Tooted and booted.
Right.
I know. I thought it was one of them. Okay, I love it. So I have a game I want us to play.
Okay.
The game is called Guess Who Said That?
Period.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like that. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is a lyric game.
Okay.
You got to guess who said it. If I got to choose between you or me, it's me. Patch it up. There's no more bleeding. Would you like a hint?
Yes.
This is one of your favorite artists that you mentioned today.
It had to be Summer Walker.
Okay, so we're almost there.
I gotta name a song.
You can name the song, yeah. If I gotta choose between you or me, it's me. Patch it up. There's no more bleeding.
I don't even hear it.
Oh, I can't sing it.
Is it not Summer Walker? Is it Summer Walker?
It's Summer Walker.
But the song. It's not Over It. Okay, I feel like something in my spirit is saying it's an EP. I could be wrong. But
it's recent. It's a more recent. It's not 2018. It's 2020. What was 23?
Oh, still Over It.
Want me to give it to you?
Yes.
Okay, if I gotta choose between you or me, it's me. Patch it up. There's no more bleeding. This is Summer Walker, Finding Peace. I picked that one because of your
oh my
EP.
God, no, it's the EP. Yeah.
And I was like,
you ate that. I knew it was the EP. I said, this is not like an album thing she's saying. Yes. Okay. I love that EP. Okay. So the last that's a good thing. Good thing we can talk about the last the J. Cole, when he calls, that's what inspired me to have Ayana do the last track.
Oh, literally. I love how that just came together like that.
Yes. That's I like the whole reason
alignment.
Period. The whole reason I had Ayana do that is because I really loved I don't think I've ever heard that before. And I really love like somebody opening up for you or like ending it for you. Because it's just like the way they like see you or feel about you or what you have done for them. It's just like it's a solace in that to like start or end something. You ate that. That was really.
We have two more.
Period.
And that's
I'm scared.
It. And then we're gonna close it out, but we have two more. So, you only call me when your heart's in pieces. Do I look like glue to you?
My R&B card is being taken away right now.
You only call me when your heart's in pieces. Do I look like glue to you? Who do you think said that?
It's a girl.
Okay, it's a girl.
I want to say Ari Lennox.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yes.
It's me. I made that up. Ah! Thanks, Ari. That was me. Oh, shit. I'm happy that it sounds like a bar, though. So if y'all need your girl, gotcha.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm about to Google that when we leave.
Google it. You're not going to find it anywhere.
You ate that.
We're Googling now.
That was really good.
Thank you. Okay.
Ghostwriter.
Last one. Who said this, okay? Forgiveness for moaning a name I do not remember is yours, but let it influence your stamina. Who said that? Who said that?
Me. By accident.
Ding, ding, ding.
You should not moan names of men or people that you are not with at the time.
Ding, ding,
it could make it very awkward.
It could, but it was great.
Well, he tried a lot harder.
It was great. Yeah, you did good with.
Thank you.
Guess who said that?
You're sick for that second word.
I had to ask something. I couldn't just give you
this sounds so real.
Ari Lennox.
Like, I heard her. I was like, that gotta be on that second. I'm gotta be on that second album.
Like it's one of them.
Where is it? You got me with that.
Okay, so now we have a few more questions. I probably won't go through all of them, but maybe.
That's okay. Whatever your spirit.
Okay. So this EP feels like a journey through love, heartbreak, and then healing. That's why for me it was like the redemption. Where will you say you are now?
This might get emotional. but there's an intention behind it. I did not think I was going to be able to finish this
Oh,
project.
okay.
Um, I had so much of life. Like when I finished the 2 tracks, I was getting ready to move. So much was happening. It was like great. And then all of a sudden life happened. And it was just so interesting because I felt like when I look back, me and him stopped talking. Like right when like I saw so many things on the side, just like depression, not like intense stuff, but just like, life. Life gives you lemons, child. You try to make lemonade, or that shit tastes like Sour Patch Kids.
Right.
So then when I moved, and it's just in December, like life never hit me how it hit me before. Like I was in a period of life I just have never experienced. Um, and then in January, my friend passed away, who I've known like 21 years. He passed away.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a long friendship.
I know. So he passed away. My grandmother, she was in the hospital. I was getting ready to move my apartment. I had lost my job because I was a director of communications. I lost my job. We were like, it was like it was like this weird contractual thing, but it was not what I signed up for. I was about to move into an apartment, so I had to pay these apartment fees and stuff. So I was just in a very, very weird space of life. And that was a low I've never been. And I remember I was in the bathroom. I was taking a shower. I was sitting. Sometimes I sit in the tub where the shower's going. I just like, I don't want to be here. Like my heart is broken. Life is fucking me. Like there's no way I can express to somebody like how I felt in that and like during that period. Cause it was just like life doesn't give a fuck about nobody.
Definitely does not.
But
We'll hit you with
right.
a 2-piece real
And
quick.
it just move on like bye girl. Like but like in that moment it just I felt like I was under attack. Like I felt like my faith was under attack, my spirituality was under attack, like my livelihood, my mental health. And I remember I just didn't want to be here. And I've never never did nothing like that. I was just for some reason I was just sitting there like, well, if I was to go, what would it be like? Like how would the last day go and all that, and like what would I want my funeral to be? And all like just these thoughts I've just never, try not to cry. And I remember I was like, okay, well, how would people find me? And like, okay, well, I was like, okay, I know my friends would be like, my friends wouldn't be okay, but I know my friends would be like, they would figure it out, and like all these things. I was like, thought about my mom, and I just like just started crying.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, yeah, like I was like, I have to figure this out. I have to figure this out for her. I have to, like, for myself, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know my mom. She knows I do a lot. She knows I'm a creative. She knows I'm out in this world. But I'm like, no, I don't have like y'all my family. But like when I first moved down here, like she knew like I had no family out here, all that. And that's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Her baby just gone.
Right.
And she's
like literally, I was like, bye y'all. Like, cause that's that type of person I am. And I know she like when I be like I'm depressed. I know like she gets really scared, like about it. And I know with my friend dying, like that increased her heightened sense of that. And like in that moment, just crying and feeling that low in life. It like I told somebody like because I this is like probably my second time talking about it, and now everybody will hear it. So yeah, I told my friend like I cannot believe in this life, like because I believe everybody has to believe in something. I cannot believe in this life, like there isn't a God. Like I can't believe in my faith and all of that. There's like because the way I have such a determination and not giving up, like there is a godliness about that. And when it comes to like suicide and stuff, of course, once again, I haven't But I did think about it, of course, honesty. Um, I know a lot of people shun and shame people that do it and that leave. There's such a negative thing about it. Like, why did they leave? Why didn't nobody tell me? And all this stuff. And I know people that are gonna hear this are gonna say, "Well, you should have called me. Why you didn't text me?" All this stuff. And I don't want people to feel that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't think if people did call and text me when I was like that, I don't think I would have even still cared.
Yeah.
Because Ebony Stewart, you met Ebony. There's a lot of people in my life that have done wonders for me. And I'm not going to try to cry. But Ebony Stewart has done it for me. Because I remember, this is how alignment works. I remember 2021, when I moved down here, Poetella happened. I met her. She did mental health bars, like magnum opus. Everybody loves it. Got off the stage. I was getting ready for a slam, big queer slam. Something in my spirit said, you gotta talk to Ebony. You need help. Candy was busy. She had the team. I wasn't on the team yet. I said, I gotta talk to Ebony. Talk to Ebony. Ebony is just how she is. She said, come upstairs with me. We talked. Sat there for like an hour, 30 minutes, whatever. Got to know me. Obviously, like, she don't know me, but she got to know me. Seen me that weekend because she was in town. She's a headline, all this stuff. She's like, okay, I'll work with you. And let me tell you something. I have been locked in with a lot of motherfuckers. I don't know if I can say that. I don't care.
Yeah, you
can. I've been locked in with a lot of motherfuckers in this poetry community. But she ain't never let me down. And I remember I was going through it at that time, and she a thug. So she texted me, thug from New Orleans. Shout out to you, a thug from New Orleans too.
From Monroe. There's more than just New Orleans in Louisiana. I'm from Monroe, West Monroe. You feel me? Okay, let's go. Period. Okay.
And I remember she texted, because I didn't text her back because I was going through a lot. Texting me probably wasn't the best thing to do. Yeah. Calling me also, but I picked up when I could. She sent me some question marks. Like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? Why you ain't texting me back? Because I text her back. I said, hey, girl. Hey, like, I just got a lot going on. She's like, okay, well. That wasn't her intention, but I just know her. It was like, well, text me back because I need to make sure we good. Like, we ain't got no beef, no chicken, no nothing. And I remember I just told her everything. I was like, I didn't tell her, this will be the first time she hears that. A lot of people hear it, like the other stuff. But like, I just told her my friend passed away because I didn't post about it or nothing yet. When I did post about it, I was like, Don, we have to post about it because people that may have known him don't know he's gone, because people are still posting happy birthday on his Facebook page, all this stuff. So I'm like, people that know him don't know. So you have to post it so people that do know him can know. And I remember I texted her, and there is such the same one thing when I like, God did not put you in my life for us just to be cuckoo key and like to do work. I would be a fool to believe that God put her in my life just to be a teacher of poetry.
That's real.
The way she shows up for me, and there's other people that have, because I don't want people to be like jealous, like, why you ain't talking about me?
But you're talking with someone who, in a certain time in your life, was very impactful and moving.
Right, so and it's different.
People get over it.
Right. It's like, it felt like a repeat because in 2021, I wasn't at that low, I was at a low, and I just, the timing and it's just when things happen, it's weird, but it's just like I saw 2021 me in that moment talking to her again, and I love her. I do, and it's just like nothing. I'm putting the words about it. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I'm honored, honestly, to be here. I'm honored to myself to be here. I'm glad this is done. Like when we're talking about this, like I did not want this to just be a put out.
Mm.
Like so many people, so many poets just drop stuff and they just do like a little music video and then they just go back. I'm not trying to be shady, but they just go back to just going to open mics and just doing a regular degular. What happened to your tracks? What happened to the stuff you build? And I know some people are like, well, I do. It's just I didn't just want it to be that.
Yeah.
I didn't want, and I have so many other plans with this project. Like I said, I want to be in an era of it. I don't just want to, like, artists, singers and songwriters, they have eras.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to be in an era.
Yeah.
Like I want to live, breathe these 4 poems, this 2 interludes, the 1 voicemail. Like I want to live in it. Like it is the last thing I have to breathe because we wouldn't have been here. And like if I don't do that, it's such a disservice. This is such a disservice to Ebony, who has helped me write. It's such a disservice to you and Crush and everybody else here in Dallas that shows up and loves on me. Like that performance, like that, it was pretty much my album release, but like that performance,
That was,
like I would have never dreamed of doing that. But like, of course, I'm to my own horn. Like I'm a creative, a visionary.
yeah.
I see things like that sometimes. Like I have visions and stuff like that, and I like that when I tell people like there is such like I wasn't put on this earth just to do some poems, write a book,
Yeah. And
slam, and let that be it. And I have never in my life. It's been a long time since I felt so alive on stage. I was high, but I was very alive on stage. Like I was like,
no, you were in. I've seen you perform multiple times. That was, it was
felt
the
right.
entire setup of the energy flow. Oh my goodness.
And it was raw. Like
it was so good.
It was raw. I messed up this, like, and we don't care. Let me be clear. Like, I'm not saying this. Be like, I messed up, beat myself. Like, I messed up. The singers messed up. The band messed up. Like,
who knew that?
Right? Like, it was.
I never knew that.
It was so.
Wow.
It was just we was just creating and having a good time.
It was great.
And like, yeah, like this project and it's all like. There's a reason this thing is here. There's a reason like I'm able to do this work and create and talk to people and yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Don. You really worked your vulnerability muscle. I feel like vulnerability is a superpower. Like it's literally the only bridge to build connections. And for you to even share that with everybody, it's like hopefully anyone that is in that space or feeling like that right now, or they have been, that they see, like you can choose, you know, if you have people that are here rooting for you, remind yourself of that, you know, and when they call,
you have to, pick up,
answer, you know. Usually that could be a sign, like it was. Like, hey, you know what? Nah, that ain't it. That's not the road we're gonna go. We're gonna have to push through a little bit longer.
Because I wish I did that more for my friend.
Yeah.
And like, you really like. I think in that moment, you really have to like. Hindsight is 2020. You have to be soft with yourself, and you have to have gone to therapy. You're a big person. I'm a huge person on therapy.
Yeah,
huge. So you have to use your therapy, the skills your therapist gives you. And for me, I've always been a futurist. Like I took the test, all that stuff. Futures will always be there on my list because I love envisioning life and where I'm gonna be and. I've always been like that since I'm young, since I've been young. And I think that also, it gives you something to look forward to. Like my therapist always says, like, you have to have moments to look forward to when you're like, your month is shit, like your week is shit. Like, even if it's like, girl, I'm gonna treat myself to this Chipotle bowl. Like, you have to have something.
Romanticize your life. That's
because if you just be stuck on a day-to-day 9 to 5.
It's fucking depressing.
Yes.
It's like, I'm on this wheel.
Yes.
Romanticize it. I romanticize making coffee.
Right. Now you like you have to like even if it's 30 minutes, like whatever, like you have to you always like I'm not and you not like years, of course. I do, I'm a sicko. But like you have to have something to look forward to because you would just be lost. So I had to like start I gotta do this album. Okay, get up. We gotta pay to go to the studio. All these things.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Don. That was so good.
Thank you.
Let's see. Well, you answered these. Okay. How about this? What do you want the lover boys and soft girls out there to take away from this project?
Child. I don't want us to ever stop being lover boys and lover girls.
Oh.
Like, I've seen us with people that we're meant to be with.
Mm.
And I think we thrive with people that a lot of times that aren't used to it.
Mm.
And there is such a harmonizing thing when I've watched it work. And it, like, even if it's lover boys meet lover girls too, like, but I think a lot of times we meet, for me, I've fallen for people that aren't used to it. And I love what it does to them. Like,
it changes them.
It's like, no, like, to they're not used to the gifts, they're not used to the love, the hugging, the kissing, the cooking for them, all this stuff. Like, they're not used to it. So it's like, that's a gift. And they'll never forget it. Like, it sucks that whatever happens, but eventually, like, when you work that muscle, when you meet somebody that is for you and meant for you, like, it'll just be so natural because you're not jaded, you're not hurt, you're not messed up. You didn't let the world change how you loved and showed up in a relationship. Like, the authenticity to you is still there. And so many times when people break our hearts, I hear it so often, people lose their authenticity.
Yeah.
They lose their freedom. They lose their will to, like, just be out there and be themselves because somebody did something before them. I say it in the interview, like, the person before him and the person before him, maybe the person after him, like, it might do something to me. Like, and what is that, like, that heartache and that damage does something to that person. And that's what I would tell the lover boys and lover girls. Like, like, once you get over it, like, you have to refine that lover in you. Because, like, if you're not holding on to, like, that is a huge quality a lot of people don't have.
Yeah. I'm like, just now tapping into my lover girl,
like,
my soft lover girl.
And I'm a huge trick. Like, that's not a call to action for anybody who's shooting in my DM. But I'm a huge... I love to trick.
I just realized that is like a part of being a lover girl, lover boy. But it used to be, it's a tactic of manipulation and control.
Right.
But for some people, it is just, it's literally...
I love...
a language.
I love to trick. Like,
Once again, not a call to action.
No, hell no, don't go on my DMs and be like, no. Because I put people through the resume. So what was you doing? Because I don't play that. Because one thing, when I fall for you, like...
You're in it.
Let me tell you something.
That's me. Once I say I'm in it...
I'm here to win it.
I'm here now. Don't play with me.
Period.
Because then I'm going to be single. Okay. Love that. Okay. If this EP had a scent, a color, and a season, what would they be? Let's start with the scent, because I have my scent that I can smell when I'm listening. You know, I love my good old incense, so I got a little.
I gotta go get me some.
I should have brought you some.
It smells... I don't really know, like, scent names like that, but, like, it's a little musk with a little bit of, like, I don't want to say like a mixed, like, strawberry cupcake. Like, there's a sweetness to it.
Okay.
But it's strong. Like, it's a hint of sweetness. And I think the musk is, like, the heartache part, the strength in it. And then the sweetness is the love. Like, and that is still there. And I think I would say, like, a little bit of... I made a candle with it before. I don't know if it's, like, THC or CBD, like... something like that, like a little bit of that too, because you can put it on when you want to smoke something.
Okay, so what's the color?
Ooh, I don't want to say red because but I would say burnt orange.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, it's very rich.
Yeah, like it's not dark and red where it's like heartache or like love, but it's like evolving. Like
it feels good when you see
right
it.
On the spectrum, like is different than where it was.
And what would be the season?
Fall.
I just knew you were gonna say fall. I was like, because it fits everything you're saying.
Yeah.
The colors, the scent, all of it.
And I'm not like a fall person. Like my season preferred is like spring, summer. Because I love the heat, but I like to do shorts, but I also like the fashion too. So it's just like the spring. People could do it in the fall, but you gotta wear a jacket. I don't want to wear a jacket.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that would be,
I love that. Okay. Final question. And then we're done.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, final question. What's calling you next? Creatively, personally, or spiritually? Or if you want to dive into all three.
Well, I can't talk about what you
Right,
know.
yeah.
I'm not going to talk about that because I believe in like people will put stuff on your
keep some
right
shit to yourself.
Because people be out here talking about their stuff and then the dream disappears or somebody did it.
Yep.
No, but like that is something I'm like when I say I was on that stage.
You could picture it. Me too. I talked about it after. I was like, oh my God, I can see it. Okay.
Right, like
yes, 100%.
Yeah. We'll talk. Yeah.
Well, what about spiritually?
Spiritually, I'm really tapped into my faith right now. Like,
okay, yeah.
I'm a spiritual person. Like, I say I'm spiritual with Christian roots.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause I'm not like the church house and stuff. That's not my, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just some things about it. Like, I think for a lot of queer people, like we just like we pray and do all those things and those practices, but like that's not my tea. And it's no shame or nothing against people. Like I'm fully down to pray. If somebody's like come to church, I'm like, okay, girl, I'll come and do. Like I understand, but like I don't need that to feel in my faith.
Right.
Like and that's not how I was taught. Like I was taught like you can speak to God wherever you are.
Yeah.
And also like I believe in a lot of other things as well that just don't fully coincide with that. But yeah, my faith is like such a huge thing right now because especially after everything, like I just feel like I need to tap into it just a little bit more, and it guides me. Like I like the spirit like tells me what we talked about. Like that was that thing, and there's a reason why those things happen. I would say creatively, I'm finna run this EP into the fucking ground, child. I don't care if the girls get sick. Hours and hours was my Money Long was playing on pasta plates, marriages, baby showers, sponge videos. Like I'm finna run this EP into the ground.
It's so good.
I can't make no money off of it, obviously, because Summer Walker will sue me. But I don't give a damn. She will.
You need to write her.
Right. I was like, girl,
you inspired me.
Tag her.
Summer, yeah.
But like,
it's so good.
I have so many plans for it. Like,
run it to the ground.
Because
people run it. That's when you make it a hit.
Hello, them girls was running through them all 10 times.
I was just in Albertsons this morning.
Period.
And I heard Doechii Anxiety. It was dun dun
and
dun.
Yes.
Dun. I said, not in Albertsons.
And that came out years ago. So it's like
it's a hit. It's a hit.
Right. So I'm finna run it into the ground.
Run
like
that shit. I support that.
And what was the last one? You said creatively,
spiritually, and personally.
Personally,
if you want to get into some personal.
I'm happy. Like I am I'm when they say nobody can steal my joy. Nobody. Like
done deal.
I did this album. I'm living my life. I look sexy and great. I'm in the gym. Baby. Like I am like
beard is bearding.
Period. Like my friends are happy. My friends are living their life. Like don't get me wrong, the goddamn US is on fire, child. But like when I talk about myself, like and the people I'm interacting with purposely, like I'm in such a radical love era of my life.
I love
like
that.
If you don't love me how I love me, that's okay. But you don't but I only require people around me that love me like I love me. And like here in Dallas, you, Candy Crush, Brad Tiffany, I can go through the list, Rhonda, like so many people. If I didn't say your name, it's not that I don't feel that for you. It's just I just can't remember right now. Erica too, period. Names are just coming. Like outside of that, like Maya, like she calls me like every day. That's my poetry sister. Like she holds me down to the ground. I have guy friends too. They are problematic. But I have guy friends like they child. It's just the niggas.
Disclaimer.
Sometimes I'd be like, I can't bring you around other people because
It's not gonna work.
Right.
It's not gonna work.
I love them. They know who they are. Like I'm blessed. So there is. I don't believe everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Because some things happen that just be too fucked up.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe that like the powers that be, the ancestors, spirits, whatever, that would do that for a reason. But I do believe like when you get to a point that you wouldn't have been able to perceive yourself to be at, there is something in that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm in a different era of my life. And I just thank God. I do. I thank my mom for like whatever she put in that in her prayers to keep me going. I thank y'all. I think the people that listened, like the album reviews, like all of that, like it inspires me to keep creating. Like Dolce talks about like this is the last thing. Like Dolce talk, and I talked about this to somebody the other day. Dolce said I was about to kill myself, and then I just said, you know what, fuck it. And then she made anxiety and do and look where she's at now.
Right.
So it's like you don't know how close the win is until you win.
Yeah.
So I would be a fool to tap out now.
Hello. That's a word. We ain't tapping out.
Period.
Well, why?
I don't do it in the bedroom either.
Wait till I listen to the track. Wait till you hear it. I love this, Dom. This was fucking amazing.
Thank you.
This was so good. To everybody that is watching or listening, when he drops this album, you dropping it with this?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Is it already?
It's already out.
Oh.
I mean, when we supposed well, you're not technically wrong because y'all, we were supposed to do this before.
Oh, I was like.
So this was supposed to be out.
Oh,
before
yes,
that,
but it is already out.
Life
knows how to
fuck me.
So now go download it, share it, listen to it. I feel like you should have a listening party at home because in my mind it was like, I want to just play this for people. I want to just turn it on, put some charcuterie board out there
because you love it,
hookah, and we just listen and just be like, y'all, have y'all experienced this? It's really a conversation starter. It also can show you how you've grown. Like anyone that hears it, they'll be like, oh, I remember when, and now I can reflect like, oh, look where I'm at. And it's just so sweet. It's so sweet in the sense of vulnerability. And, sometimes people look at that as a weakness, but I think it's just so strong and powerful.
I'm happy.
So yeah, this was great. Y'all have to listen on repeat. Okay.
Give me the views. Give me the streams.
If you use the song on anything, tag him.
Please.
Don't do that. Well, you like, I like this part, and you don't tag. People gonna be in the comments. What's the song?
Right.
What's the song? Just tag them. So this was great, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to, hold space and discuss this lovely project. This was so much fun.
Thank you for being a space of vulnerability. Thank you for letting me see you.
Oh yeah.
Like I love you. You are that girl. If y'all don't know, this is the Beautiful Weirdo's queen. She does all things outside of this. You help people with their brands. You motivate people to really find their lives.
Yeah.
You do so much.
Let me give my spiel.
Yes, give your stuff, please.
Let me give my spiel. So I am Tyra, the creator of Beautiful Weirdos. I didn't think I said that earlier, but I do jewelry pieces, but now I'm really focused on being an accountability partner.
I love that.
So I work with Black women and I guide them on how to rewrite that shit, which is setting boundaries, saying no, being more self-focused. And I mentioned it today, like romanticizing your life.
Amen.
Because we are strong Black women.
Amen.
I'm no longer. I'm a soft Black woman.
Right.
I'm tired of being so strong where I'm burnt out or
Right.
I can't fill my cup up or anybody else's. So I'm working with women and guiding them on how to rewrite their story whichever direction they want to go. And it's beautiful. It's a community, and we're all like pouring into each other. So if y'all want to learn more, follow me. It is What's my Instagram? _ Beautiful Weirdos. I was gonna give my TikTok. Beautiful Weirdos, the number 4, and just DM me, hit me up, and we could talk about it.
And if you don't see us on my social media, see us somewhere else, you can follow me at Life of the Period Button Don, DON, Life of the Period Button Don, anywhere, everywhere. Period.
This was great.
Thank y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Oh, don't give me a hug.
Yeah,
this is so good.
with a hug. I'm so tall.
You are tall as shit, Don.
Bye, y'all.
Peace, y'all. This is fun.
Thank you.